the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Maddie Evans. We've got a great show in store for you for the next little bit, and we cannot wait to introduce you to all of these incredible athletes. We had the chance to catch up with the Vail Mountain School after they faced off against the Vail Christian School in volleyball. And then a huge inter-county rivalry, which we all know and love, was Battle Mountain versus Eagle Valley in soccer. Now, this is one of those sports that we all care a lot about. So all of that and more right here on the Scoreboard. Vail Mountain School's volleyball team faced off against Vail Christian earlier this week on Tuesday. Now, they had a pretty intense game. It made it to all 5 sets, but unfortunately, the Vail Mountain School took the loss. We're going to talk to the coach and some of the players to see how they felt about the game.
All right, we are here for the Scoreboard with Aspen Studeman, coach of the Vail Mountain School varsity volleyball team. You guys just finished your game against Vail Christian, who won the state championship last year, I believe. How do you guys feel like you played?
I felt like we played fantastic. Definitely was one of our strongest mental games, if not the strongest mental game we've had. One of our struggles this year has been our resilience and how we bounce back from deficits, how we bounce back from errors and lost points. And so it's pretty exciting to see our girls really step up, take charge of their minds, take charge of their bodies, take charge of their side of the court, and kind of own what they're doing out there. So it was really exciting.
It seems like that mental capacity, that mental aspect of the game seems to be a big focus of your coaching staff. Is there anything about that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I think sports are a microcosm of life, and you get to engage in conflicts, and you get to build relationships, and you get to work through so many difficult situations, through failure, through success, and I think if we're not coaching the mental aspect of sports, then we're not really coaching people, we're just coaching athletes. And I think if you're only coaching athletes to be athletes, then you're not going to end up with a very good team. And so I really, and also a core value at VMS is making great people, and I think if I can make great people, then the great athletes will follow, but great athletes don't last forever. So I really want to make sure that we have great people leaving our program and going on to do different things.
It's definitely something that you don't see terribly often, that focus on the outside of the sport aspect of teaching the students and teaching the players. I think it's something that's really, really important. Definitely was something that your students and your players definitely seem to be showing. They keep their composure really well, especially during that second set. Really bounced back strong after a rough first set. Is there anything that you said to the players there in between the 2 sets that really seemed to get them to change gears?
That was a long time ago. Yeah, I think our goal for today, so we had 3 goals for today. The first ball was to rush the pace of the game a little bit and to make them feel pressured, and I think we did that pretty well. But I think our biggest goal was to protect ourselves mentally. I think a lot of teams and a lot of players, when they make errors, the gates open up and the armies can rush in, and I think our goal tonight was to protect our minds, to protect ourselves from those opportunities for the other team to get inside of our head, and I think we did that pretty well. And I think after that first set, when we headed into the second set, I think just reminding the girls that they own themselves, they own their minds, they own their side of the court, and that all they need to think about is what they can do to serve their teammates, and not so much what went wrong, but how can they serve their teammates and step up to the next ball.
You mentioned the base of the game. For those of us who aren't terribly familiar with volleyball, could you explain that term a little bit?
What's that?
The base of the game, I think you said?
Oh, the pace of the game.
Pace with a P.
The pace of the game, yeah. So just we played a game in practice the other day called Race, and it's a 10-point game, and you just have to race to 10, and basically the entire object of the game is to be ready to serve the moment the whistle blows, and to not waste time between sets, and to just get back there and bounce back really quickly, not give yourself time to wallow in your pity, and not give yourself time to think about the error you just made, but to just prepare for that next ball. And also just to put pressure on the other team and make them feel a little bit rushed. We didn't do a terribly great job of it tonight, but I think that's going to be kind of one of our focuses moving forward.
So I think you're playing Socorro next?
Yes.
Or Sirocco?
Yeah, Sirocco. Don't know much about them. Sirocco's our next game. It's a homecoming game. So varsity boys soccer at VMS plays on Friday night, and then we play Saturday morning, and then the girls all go home, get ready, take their pictures, and then come back to VMS that night for the dance. So it's going to be a really exciting game. It's going to be a really big one for us, and it's exciting to have a home crowd.
You think that'll be an extra challenge with homecoming kind of in the future there in terms of the players' mindset? Think it might be tough to keep them focused?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think they're a pretty focused group. I think they know where to put their focus when the time is right, and I think they're ready for that game. They love having a home crowd. It's going to be a big one this year, and so I think that they're ready to step up.
The team definitely seems to have some great chemistry, and they've got a great drive, and it definitely seems to be a tone set from the top. Thank you so much for your time. This has been The Scoreboard.
Thank you.
We are here with Leslie of the Vail Mountain School. How do you feel like you guys played today, Leslie?
I honestly think this was our best mental game we've played so far. Today, we basically kept our mindset on a higher level, which made us play a lot better together, and our communication was really, really good. Yeah.
Seemed like you guys had a little bit of a rough first set, but it seemed like you really rallied during the second. Is there anything that happened in between the first and the second game? Anything the coaches said to you that really kind of helped you guys get back on track?
Our coaches have always kept us in the mentality that we always can keep pushing and to never give up. And on the second set, what we really did well was come together and realize that we can make errors. That mistakes happen, but after that mistake, we have to calm down and keep pushing, because that is what keeps us moving.
Well, awesome. And I mean, against a team like Vail Christian, you guys did really, really well. They've been doing it great all season, and I believe they won the state championships last year. So, considering that, how do you guys feel?
Okay, well, basically the fifth set, we were down 2-8, but we pushed and we got to 11-15. We made them fight for the point, and honestly, that is exactly what we were working for. That is exactly what we wanted. We didn't get the win, but we pushed ourselves to get up there, and we didn't just lose because we lost. We pushed them to keep fighting, and that's what mattered the most.
Leading up to today's game, was there anything that you guys were really practicing in preparation for this game?
Mainly offense. We basically kept practicing connections between setter and hitter, and I think we did really, really well on that. Our defense also, serve receive, a lot better. Yeah.
So, coming up next, you guys are playing Socorro, I believe?
Sirocco.
Sirocco?
Yeah, Sirocco.
If that's how you pronounce it. I've only read it. Awesome. What are you looking forward to in that game? Anything you're planning on preparing for moving forward?
We definitely want to keep that mentality up. That's one of our best tools right now, and we want to basically keep that mentality with us. I think that's going to help us a lot, and obviously we will try to win, because we can do it. I have faith that we can. Yeah.
What do you think that your coaches are going to have you guys work on in your next couple of practices before the game against Sirocco?
I definitely think we're going to practice a lot of working together more, connecting everything more smoothly, and also keeping that mentality, as I've mentioned before. Definitely more offense options as well. Yeah.
It seems like your coaches are really, really focusing on the mental game. Do you feel like that mental game preparation is helping you outside of volleyball?
Actually, yes, because we even took it was like a study hall instead of practice, because I felt like we were all really tired, and even keeping that mentality nice and free and open. We finished all our homework basically that day, and that helped a lot coming back the next day to practice.
That's awesome. I know a lot of coaches are always in that go, go, go mindset throughout the entire season. It's fantastic that they're giving you a chance to really rest and recover that mindset before you move forward in the practice. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Well, we're excited for the next game, and we did really good today. I'm very proud of my team.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This has been The Scoreboard.
An extremely exciting soccer game took place last night. Intercounty rivals Battle Mountain Huskies versus the Eagle Valley Devils in soccer. Now, this is really exciting because both teams are looking to secure their spot in the state tournament, which is going to take place at the end of the month. So we had a chance to catch up with the Battle Mountain Huskies on how they felt about the game. Let's take a look.
Hello, everyone. This is The Scoreboard. We are here at Eagle Valley after the big Battle Mountain Eagle Valley rivalry game. That was a very, very exciting and close game. I am joined here by the goalkeeper, Ezekiel, or Zeke, and center defensive position, Danny. Boys, whichever one wants to, could one of you give a synopsis of what happened during this game?
I mean, I think it was a chaotic, but I mean, fun game. I think we battled hard. I mean, it was definitely a good game. It was a good game to say the least.
Oh, for sure. It was a great game. What was the final score?
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Very close tie. Went down to the very last minute, and a number of very exciting things happened. Danny, you scored a goal. Could you tell us a little bit about what happened during your goal?
Yeah, it was just kind of exactly like the Steamboat one. It was a free kick, almost at our own half, and I just kicked it and caught the goalie by surprise, and it went in.
Yeah, it was a beautiful arching ball that managed to bounce and then float right over the goalie's head. Eagle Valley, unfortunately, returned the favor with a quick goal in about 3 minutes, but another very exciting thing happened. Zeke, could you talk about the PK?
Ooh, I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about that I need to save it, and I mean, came out saving it.
For those that weren't here, the Eagle Valley Devils got a PK in the last 30 seconds of the regular time game, and Zeke got a beautiful save on the first touch, and then it was skied over the bar on the second touch. It was an extremely close game. Both teams had wonderful chances on goal, and it just ended up that no one was able to score more than one goal per side. What was your feeling after saving that PK, Zeke?
I mean, I was kind of just, I was in shock, kind of. I was like, I don't know, I was just grateful I saved it, thankful I went the right way. And I mean, say hi to my teammates. Yeah.
And Danny, a very important goal to open up the game. What was your feelings after scoring such a miraculous goal?
I mean, it really felt really good, especially because we're at Eagles' house, scoring the first goal. It's a big deal, and yeah, celebrating with the team, it just gives you that energy, and it helps you keep going forward during the game. Eagle
Eagle Valley lost against Grand Junction on Tuesday. You guys won against Grand Junction, or tied? Won against Grand Junction, yeah. I think. Do you think that this will be a defining factor in who gets to move on to states this fall?
I think for sure these next few last league games are going to be very important for both teams, and hopefully we can just keep the winning streak going, pick it up again and pick up the pace and end with a good, solid season.
Awesome. Zeke, were you the one that got hit in the first half?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
What was it? You didn't come back until the second half. What exactly happened on that play when you got run into?
I mean, I came out, I think, was it Daniel? Was it you shielding the ball?
It was 21.
Yeah, I think, it was Daniel shielding the ball. I mean, I came out, tried to go for the ball. I got the ball, but ended up just getting a hit right to the shoulder and a little bit to the ear, but no big deal.
Yeah, you feeling okay now? No sort of head things, not feeling terrible?
We're sore, but
yeah.
We're fine.
There was a number of other injuries on the field. How do you think the team is feeling overall?
I mean, I think we should be fine. I think we just need a few days for recovery and back at it on Monday, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome. When do you guys play next?
We have a scrimmage against VMS on Monday.
Are you excited for that game?
Yeah, it should be a fun game, you know.
It's always nice to play people in the Valley. After the game, a bunch of individuals from both teams gathered at the center of the field and exchanged jerseys. Can you talk about sort of the camaraderie between these two teams?
Yeah, I mean, literally their whole entire team we play in the spring with during clubs. So these guys are our boys, you know. We know them. We like each other. Might not seem like it on the field, but off the field we're really good friends. So
Acknowledging all senior players from Eagle Valley Devils.
yeah, so it's all just really just love out there.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of love. Well, congratulations. Well, good game today, guys. You both played extremely well and had very important moments during the game. So I'll let you guys go, though, and catch up with the rest of your team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What incredible athletes the Huskies possess this year, and hopefully we'll see some of them play again next year. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to talk all things Eagle Valley Devils on the big rivalry. Welcome back to the Scoreboard. Before the break, we talked with the Battle Mountain Huskies about their big rivalry game against the Eagle Valley Devils. Well, now it's the Devils' time to shine, so let's see what they had to say about the game.
We are here with two of the Eagle Valley Devils varsity soccer players. Would you guys introduce yourselves for us?
Hi, I'm Heath Nager. I'm Keegan Chalberg.
Awesome. Hard fought game. Ended in a tie after 2 overtime periods. How do you guys think you played?
I think we played great. You know, we had so many chances to score. In our defense, we held back down there. So I think we played great overall.
Despite the score, you guys really seem to put a whole lot of pressure on Battle Mountain there, keeping the ball in their end for a big chunk of the game, it seemed to me. You guys think there was anything that you did in your practices leading up to this game that really helped you keep that pressure on?
Battle Mountain's always been a big rival, so we're always excited to train and get better to play them. So I feel like everything that we've done leading through the season not only has helped us progress against other teams, but has led us to play Battle Mountain.
Awesome. Well, I know it was your second game against Battle Mountain. The first game, how did that game go again?
We won 2-1. It felt great, you know. Wishing it could happen here, but not the case.
Not the worst thing in the world to end the series. 1 win, 1 tie, right? Well, the two of you guys, both teams have had a pretty decent season so far. What are you guys looking forward to in your next game?
Our next game, you know, we play Summit. We tied against them last time. So next game, we're hoping we can pull out a win and keep our record pretty good for the season.
And that next game against Summit, is that here or is that over in Summit?
That's the way.
Yeah, it's at Summit.
Does that make a big difference for you guys, having that home team crowd to really help pump you up?
It does help. Only main difference I'd say is it's freezing over there compared to here. But we bring the intensity everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. In terms of the game in the Summit, is there anything that you think your coaches are going to have you guys focus on working towards that?
They definitely have game plan for us. Not quite sure what we're going to look at over the next week and a half, but I'm excited to keep on training with these boys.
Do you guys think there's anything that your coaches really tend to focus on in your practices?
I like to think we focus on the basics, you know, like crossing, the first touch, passing with both feet. Simple stuff like that, it just gets us better.
What about that mental aspect of the game, really helping you guys keep that drive up throughout, all the way into that second overtime, keeping the pressure on?
I think our mentality, you know, after going into overtime, that we have to, you know, keep fighting no matter what, give it our all. And if we keep doing that, you know, we might win, or it might turn out like this.
It's a battle to the end.
Well, it certainly looks like the conditioning is there for all you guys.
Yeah.
Just one last question for you. In terms of your favorite pro soccer players, do you guys have anybody who you really look towards for inspiration?
I'd have to say Messi or Frankie de Jong. That was my nickname when I came here as a freshman.
I'd have to say Sergio Ramos or Virgil van Dijk.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much, and best luck in your next game.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we are here with the Scoreboard, here with the head coach of the Eagle Valley Devils varsity soccer team, who just finished a double overtime tie against Battle Mountain. Coach, do you mind introducing yourself for us?
Hi, my name is Andrew Wheeler. I am the head coach of Eagle Valley High School Soccer, and also a teacher for the district as well.
How do you guys think you played today?
You know, anytime that you're able to maintain an unbeaten streak on your field, it feels good. A 1-1 tie is obviously a game that we had a lot of opportunities. We wish would have maybe wound up a little bit different, you know, inch more to the left or the right. Definitely a couple of those that went off crossbars and sidebars are going to haunt me for a little while, but I think overall, really proud of the outcome, the hard work of the boys today.
You guys really kept the pressure on the whole game. Despite the score, it seemed like you spent most of the game in the other team's end. Do you think there's anything that you did throughout the week leading up to this game that really kind of prepped your team for today?
Today was about, this week was about getting back to basics. And I think Eagle Valley Soccer is defined by hard work and grit. And I think we got back to our basics and pushing ourselves and trying to remember that there's only one version of every team, and that this version of this team only has so many games left and so many minutes left together. And trying to get the boys to appreciate the time that they have in the field with each other, and just really to work for each other and for what it means to be a Devil. And we really got back to our values this week.
Sounds like it was a big focus on more of the mental aspect of the game and just really kind of keeping yourselves grounded with the team. Is that something that you think is really impacting the players beyond the sport?
Absolutely. I mean, we practice soccer for, 2+ hours a day, but these boys think about soccer and they think about the team, nonstop. And I think when we get into the grind of the season and when we have to overcome, adversity and challenges, it's that family love and it's that aspect of soccer, and that it really grounds them, allows them to pull back together. And then, when you have 10 seniors that we're about to celebrate on a night like tonight, there's a lot of kids that have played a lot of minutes for this team, and they understand how to regroup and how to pull back together and get back to our core and our foundation.
Is there anything you want to say about your seniors, considering it is senior night?
I love these boys, man. We celebrate 10 seniors tonight, that most of them were with me at the very beginning when we were a one-win team, and when we were trying to change the culture and what this program was, and what it meant to be a Devil and to play Devil soccer. And the last couple of years, they've done anything and everything to make this program what it is. And I hope that there's a strong culture of soccer going forward down Valley.
Seems like you've got a really strong core leadership there. Do you think those guys have any plans for soccer beyond high school?
I sure hope so. I think there's a lot of amazing players out here that, hey, if you're listening, start watching for these guys. They want to keep playing.
Awesome. Well, Coach, looking forward to your game against Summit. How do you feel you guys are going to go up there?
Played 1-1 tie here. I think it's going to be a hard game. Everybody's coming into it ready to go. I know the coach over there. I know how they prepare their team, and we expect a battle, but we're ready to go. Any focus moving into next week that you think you're going to really drill down to, or just keep focusing on those basics and that mental game? We got some wrinkles. We got some stuff we're working on, but it's a lot about getting back to basics. So, yeah, we're going to keep playing our game, going out there and doing it. Awesome, Coach. Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you. This has been the Scoreboard.
That's all the time that we have for this episode of The Scoreboard. I've been your host, Maddie Evans. Now, if there's any stories you would like to see us pursue, make sure that you reach out to us at scoreboard@tv8vail.com. We cannot wait to hear from you. We have to give a special shout out to the Vail Mountain School golf team, as they just won first place in the state tournament. They absolutely crushed it. So congratulations from myself and everyone here at TV8. Make sure that you check out our website at thescoreboardnation.com for all your local and regional content, and we'll see you next time right here on The Scoreboard.